We are live. It is just after 1 p.m. Eastern Time in Montreal, and it's Wire Lady TV every Wednesday at 1 p.m. ish. And today we're more or less on time, so that's good. So I'm going to pull up the video on my computer and see if you guys are hopping on, and let me know how you're doing, where you're watching from. And I have been getting tons of requests for names out of Wire, and they're super fun to do, but I can't get to all of them. But I do have a long list of people that want their names out of Wire, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Hey Mustafa, you're the first one on. How are you doing? Nice to see you, or see your comments on the live stream. And yeah, so I'm going to do some names today. And then, as always, after the live stream, we can hop over to Discord, and you guys can share pictures of what you're working on during the live stream, which would be super fun. Hey Ginger, how you doing? So let me go hop over. I'm going to find the link to the Discord. Let me know in the comments if you've already joined the Discord group. It's super fun. And so what we do is every week we go over to Discord. It's an app. You can get it on your laptop or your phone. And we share photos of our work, and it's super fun. So I am going to find the link. I'm going to invite you guys, and I'll put it in the description. Let me just see. I have to edit the link. And yeah, so it'll be really fun that we can share pictures of our work and stuff. I discovered Discord because I follow an art channel called Art Prof, and they do it on after their live streams, and I thought, what a great idea. So let me just share the link. Join if you're not already joined. I don't know if I have to approve members, but I'll hop over after the live stream and do that. Perfect. So there's the link. Awesome. And we have Ginger and Mustafa. Perfect. So today I'm going to work on some names with little cats. And something that I was showing in the when I came on screen was this. I made years and years ago. I made this little cat to go on a little door, like, you know, on the frame. Here you can see up there. See that frame of the doorway? I'm going to see if it's going to work, because what it does is you put this up here. Oh, it's a little dusty up there. Ugh, yuck. Oh God, there's like spiders and dust all over the place. That's disgusting. But the idea is you take the cat and you put it up on the doorway, and it's super cute. So there we go. It was based on a design for a, can you see it up there? You could sort of see it up there a little bit. So let me bring it back here. So it was based on a design out of one that was made out of cutout wood. So I think I could expand on that idea. I think it's super cute. Like if you add beads to it, it'll become a little more massive. Right now it's a little bit delicate because it's made out of wire. And I actually think I did a tutorial for that, but I have like a wire art course that I put online, and I think that's one of the modules in the course is how to make that one. So that's super cute, but I might work on some other designs for that as well. So let's flip the screen. And Mia's here. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm going to flip the screen and we're going to get started. I struggle very much while making S. S's are difficult. Yeah, for sure. And Anna is here from Egypt. Sweet. What time is it in Egypt? That is so cool. So here we have my tools. Let me bring this over a little bit more. So this is, oh wait, this thing's in the way. I have to figure, I'm gonna have to flip it this way, guys, sorry. Oh my gosh, does that affect anything? You guys aren't upside down, are you? I think it's gonna flip. Let me just make sure it's gonna flip in the right direction. Right now you're upside down, but let me just see if it's gonna flip in the proper, oh, you're still upside down. Okay, so I have to flip it back. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Here, I'm gonna bring this over here. Okay, just close your eyes for a minute because we're getting like twisted all over the place. So if we do it this way, oh my gosh. Okay, we're having technical difficulties here, guys. I have to put this in a way that we're actually going to see this. Okay, that's better. Okay, I thought I could just flip the screen, but it didn't work. So there we go. Now I have a little bar in the way of my hands, but if I can just figure this out. There we go. If we're gonna go like this, I have one of those weird Mia's laughing. Sorry guys. There we go. Perfect. Yay. So here's my crazy list of requests so far that people have wanted, but I'm going to focus on these ones that were for cats. So let's go ahead and work on some letters, and let's do one with an S so that Mustafa could see how to do the S. So let's start with Yasmina, and we are going to do a cat with Yasmina. So let's go for that. And I'll start with my basic wire, which I like to use for the names, which is the brass wire. The brass wire is good. I don't know if you guys saw, I recently did a video about the difference between brass and copper. And one of the things about brass is it's quite a lot more solid and resistant. So I'm going to use the brass wire to do the name Yasmina, and then we're going to try to do a little cat at the end. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to cut it quite long. And then after, I'm also going to try to do one with dangling, maybe dangling charms, which I thought would be really cute as well. So there we go. Mustafa's laughing at me too. And there's Amanda hopping on. Awesome. Fantastic. So there we go. So let's start with Yasmina. And you always leave a little bit that you can do a loop to hang it from. I think I have to put my hand on the other side of this. Let's do it. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the clamp like between my two arms, but you guys can't see that, so that's okay. So let's go ahead. We're going to start the Y for Yasmina. And there we go. So these are my larger round pliers. I'm still looking for some pliers that are accessible for you guys to purchase, because right now the pliers I use I've had for like 25 years. So what I need to do is to find some pliers that you guys can purchase. So the Beadalon people are going to send me some of their tools, and hopefully they'll, I can try those out on the live stream and see how they work and stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to recommend some soon. So we have Crazy Teacher 42. Is that your username? Hello, hello. There we go. So where are you watching from? Let me know. My Wi-Fi's not good. Oh, that's too bad. I hope it doesn't cut out. And hopefully you'll be able to join the Discord group after, Mustafa, and share pictures of what you're working on. So here's the A. So the A is basically a circle, and then you bring it up behind the circle. Somebody was asking me like how you decide to put whether to put the wire in the front or in the back, and it really depends on the letter. For the A, I bring it to the back, and then I bring it over the front so that you have that line going straight down and it looks like an A. But I try to alternate to back to front so that the letter and the word ends up being quite even. So there we go. Ginger thought you said wifey. I don't think so. Maybe in like 20 years. Yeah, we'll see about that, eh? So, or 10 years, who knows? So let's go and do the S. So we're going to bring this up and do the S. So for the S, Mustafa, this is a lowercase s, so it's different than the uppercase S. So for the lowercase s, we just bend this to the front. Okay, this is another instance where we have to bend it to the front, and then we bring it a little to the left, and then we bring this way, and it's really a cursive S. So when you're doing the words, it's good to do cursive letters. And then if this part has to be higher, you can adjust that a little higher too. You can always do little adjustments along the way. Okay, so there's the S, and then we're going to bring this across, and we're going to hope not to spell it wrong, and then we're going to do the M. So we're going to bring this around, and it's Wilhelm 82 Sunflowers is very nice. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, so there we go. We're going to go up and do the M. So bring this up here for the M. And then my little way that I like to do M's, I haven't really seen anyone else do them this way, but I just like the way it looks. So you do like a little loop, and then you actually hold it in place tightly, and then you just pull it so the loop becomes very small. And it just gives like a little definition to the letter without making a too big of a loop. So that's just like my little trademark way I like to do the M's and the N's. I mean, they're not trademarked whatsoever, but it's just my little way I like to do them. So for the M, we're going to bring it down here, and then So Yasmina. So then the I, do not want to forget a letter. So we're going to bring this up here and do the I. Okay, and for the I, there's different ways to do it as well. You can either just fold it back and not do a dot, but I like to do the dot. So we're going to bring it here and do a little dot. We're going to go around here. And like I said, I like this brass wire because it's very resistant. And this week I did a tutorial on how to do a pin. And it actually, the brass wire is great to make a pin because it's very strong and you can just sharpen the end to make it into a pin. So that's really cool. So Yasmina, and then we're doing the N, and then the N is done in the same way as the M with the little loop thing. So find out like kind of what height you want to do it at. So you basically just start the loop and then you hold this and pull it tightly. And then that way it just makes like a little bit of a suggestion of the of a little definition there. So you could barely see it as a loop. It's just like a little jog in the wire. So we're going to go here and then we have to do the A again. So we're going to bring this around and you can measure these if you want. I generally don't. Sometimes the letters aren't perfectly like the same size, but it's totally fine as well. So now we're going to get the A again. So we're going to bring this around and do the A. Try to make it about the same size as the other A. Bring that around. Okay, bring it around here and then bring that to the front again. Okay, so there we've got our Yasmina. We're going to bring this across. Perfect. And now the question is, how are we going to do the cat? So let's also go ahead and do a little loop to hang the pendant in. So I think I would just keep this simple. You could do a little spiral if you want to make it fancy. That could be cute too. Let's try the spiral. Let's just give it a try. Or you can just do a loop. So this might be too much, but I'll try it anyways because the live streams are where we like to experiment with stuff and see how it goes. And if it doesn't look good, you know, I could just turn it into a little loop. So we'll just make a little spiral and we'll give it a little cut. So we'll cut that one here. Perfect. And then we'll just flatten that a bit. So makes it a little bit fancy. Perfect. And then we can just put a little jump ring up there. I kind of like the spiral. Yeah, I like it. So if we could just stick a little jump ring up there, and then that'll hang it onto a pendant. So there we go. You should use different wire for different purposes. Always using loom wire for making everything. You should use different wire for different purposes. Oh, you always use aluminum for what you're doing, Mustafa? I use aluminum for a lot of my work, especially the work that we sell on Etsy. A lot of it's aluminum wire, but for the tutorials I do on YouTube, I like to use the copper and the brass just to change it up a bit. And so there's Yasmina. And then now as for the cat, I think sometimes it's better to draw it first, right? So let's just see what we can do. I'll just get a little scrap paper here and see what I can do about doing. So if I do Yasmina, okay, Yasmina, and then the cat, there's a few different ways. We could just go around and do like that. I could do that. We could do like a little circle or something. Let me just see what else. I think I'll keep it on the same level, I guess. So if we go to, you can also do little eyes like that for the cat. I'm just trying to think like how I would do if I would do a whiskers or something. But I could like put this wire up and then maybe do whiskers with a separate wire, or I could even try it like that. Let me just play around with it. I think I like it with the eyes, and I'm going to see how I go from there. Here. Nice, thank you. So let's try to do the face. This ends up being a little bit large, this one. It's almost like too large for a pendant, but because it's a long name, I could have actually done the letters a little bit smaller. That would have been totally fine as well. But I'm going to just go ahead and see what we can do for the cat face. And it's always good to try a few different options too. So I'm just going to try a very basic cat face. So it's always good to do this one about the same height as the other one because you're going to hang it as a pendant. So let me just bring this one down. Oh, I think I'm going to bring it to the back actually. We're going to bring it to the back. Bring that one down there. And then we're going to form the eye, one eye here. Don't want to make it too low. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to do the other one. We put seed beads for the eyes. That would be really pretty too, to do eyes with the beads. I could definitely do that. Or there's another way that I could do it with the, if I do the first drawing I did, I could add probably seed beads. So maybe I'll try that for the next one. We can add some beads. That'd be super cute too. Yeah, I love adding beads to them too. So here's the start of the kitty face. And there we're going to bring this one down here. Okay, so there we have like sort of the face. Let me just bring this one over a bit. Okay, bring this one over here. Let me know in the comments if you like cats or if you have cats. I haven't had cats since I was a kid actually. My parents had cats, but I've only ever had a bunny as a pet. I love bunnies. A lot of you guys know that already. So there we go. So there's just the cat like face like that, which is super cute. I mean, you could almost just leave it like that, right? It's super cute. And then if you want to do the whiskers, let's see what we can do for that. There's a few ways we can bring this up and then add a separate. I'm a little undecided because I'm not sure what I want to do, but I think I'm going to try it maybe with a separate wire. I'm going to bring this up and see how I feel. See the vibe today, because if you could like go back and forth and back and forth and then back and forth and back and forth, but I don't want to make it too cluttered. So what do I want to do? I'll try it that way. I'll try it that way, and I could always try it another way, a different one. You have street cats. Yeah. My friend actually has cats in her backyard, and she feeds them all the time, but they're pretty, I mean, they're pretty domesticated. She lives in suburbia, so they're not that bad. They're just like live in the field behind her. They're pretty safe as far as I know. So there we go. So we're gonna just do this one. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. I might end up changing my mind and like cutting this back and adding a separate wire. But I'm going to just try to do the whiskers and see what happens. So you see I'm just bending them back and forth. Okay, so there's kind of whiskers on one side, and then we're going to do some on. Street cats are very lazy. That's funny. Oh my goodness. They just sit in the sun all day. Okay, so let's do this side and around here. And then we're going to do this side. So this might be not too bad after all. We're going to bring it this way. And then we're going to finish it off. And then to finish it, rather than to have too many like weird ends and stuff, I think the easiest way I'm going to have to finish this is just simply cut it off. I think it's going to be fine. So we'll just cut it off here so it lines up flush with the other one. And there we have. It's kind of cute, actually. I could have maybe tightened up some of my bends, but it's actually pretty adorable. So there's Yasmina with the cat on the end, which is super cute. So let's try another one. Maybe I'll do a shorter name. I'll try Karina now. That's what I'll do. I'm just going to move these. I'm going to try Karina, and let's see what wires I have. I have some copper wire. It's 18 gauge. It's a little bit bigger, but maybe I'll use that. And we'll see how we go with that one. And then I'll try to add some beads for the eyes. Okay, so there's Yasmina. Bravehead 87 fixed play. Do not know what that is. So there we go. So let's try Karina. And I don't know if any of them are watching the live stream now, but I had 4 requests. So we'll try Karina now, and then we'll go from there. So for Karina, let's just, okay, so that's going to get removed, removed, and removed. There we go, perfect. And then we're gonna do the K. So let's bring this here and do the K, perfect, and high fixed play. Yeah, I think that was spam, but I just deleted them, so we'll see. Okay, so now we are going to do Karina. So there's a K, and this is a very thick wire. I'm wondering if this is almost too thick, but we'll try it. We'll try it and see. This is 18 gauge, so this is a good opportunity for you guys to see how 18 gauge works. Mia says, I'm stuck in bed with back pain. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, well, I hope this is entertaining enough for you, Mia, because at least that's a little bit of diversion from your pain, and that's really unfortunate. Actually, I was worried about today because I had those cankers again in my mouth, and I was worried I would have too much pain to talk. Last night, my friend called me from Ottawa, and I had to cut the conversation short because I actually had trouble speaking, but it's not too bad right now. I bought some Ambisol, which is a really great product that cuts the pain, so that was awesome. I didn't even have to take a Tylenol today, so we're all good. Yeah. You are awesome. Keep going. Oh, thank you. I'm having fun. I love that you guys don't mind just like watching me troubleshoot these things. And I love your ideas too. Like that's a great suggestion, Mustafa, to add beads. So we'll definitely do this. Oh, you can see this wire, the 18 gauge is really stiff. I'm really glad I'm trying this to give you guys an idea of, you know, what the other wires are like. That's why I tend to opt for 20 gauge for the names, because the 18 is very, very stiff, and it's going to make the name quite a bit bigger, which is, you know, not necessarily what you want if you want a delicate necklace. But it's okay. It's okay just to try. And I guess if you want a chunkier necklace, it would be perfect. So there we go. So we're coming along with Karina. And then Mustafa, maybe after I could show you how to do the capital S, or you can check, I do have the tutorial with all the capital letters. You can definitely check how I did the S on that. And I think the S just takes practice. It takes practice to get it balanced, the top and the bottom like loops for the S. And even for me, you know, sometimes when I make them, it's hard to get them totally balanced. So it's just a matter of experience and just trying it. You can do a tutorial for a stylish name. Yeah, I could definitely do I should do more stylish writing as well, because mine, as you see, it's quite stiff. So why don't we try the next name to be more stylish? We could definitely try that. We could just do it a little more loop-de-loopy. We could definitely do that. So that's like a constant challenge for me, you know, like I have a lot of experience doing wire art and making, you know, designs and all that type of thing, but I find my work tends to be a little stiff. And I've mentioned this before because I'm trained as a graphic artist, but even when I was younger, like when I was a kid, I used to take a lot of art classes, and I took art in high school, and I was obsessed with art. But funny enough, my little sister, she also did a lot of art and stuff, and her work was always like so much. I would say she appeared to have a lot more talent than me, because she was like a naturally talented artist, and her work was very like fluid and artistic and natural type of thing. And I always struggled to make my work more loose, more expressive, you know, and all that type of thing. So I find it's one of my struggles is trying to loosen up with my work. So the best work I ever did were paintings when I was in preschool. So my goal is to get back to that kind of freedom. And I do a lot of abstract stuff now, but there's nothing like the art of children that's for pure beauty and pure art, for sure. So here's Karina. Okay, Peggy's here. Hey, how are you? I watched from the beginning. Awesome. That's fun. And Debbie, how are you guys doing? Debbie Free Spirit Ms. Queen. I like that username. That's awesome. Cool. Peggy, how are you doing today? How's your nephew? Is he behaving himself and finding lots of stuff to do. Yeah, it's hard when you're stuck inside all day. And I remember those days with my daughter, you know, just trying to find things to do with her when she was really young. And we ended up doing a lot of arts and crafts, you know, obsessed with arts and crafts. We used to cut pictures out of magazines and cut them on cardboard and make little paper dolls. And that was like our favorite activity. I kept them for years too. I was talking about you earlier, Peggy. Okay, thank you. Mia, nice. I want to make these. I got wires, red, green, gold, silver, any type of thickness. They have to be, I'm good. Thanks. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can use any thickness. I'm just trying with the 18 gauge, and this is to compare it with the 20 gauge. The 20 gauge I find easier to work with. 18's okay, but it's a little thicker, so the name ends up being a little bit bigger. You can add fake diamonds. Ooh, that'd be nice too. So now let's go ahead and try the cat, but we're gonna add some beads. So let's go ahead and form the face again. Maybe we're gonna need a little bigger circular thing to bring that one up. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna form the face again, but I'm gonna leave space. That one was a little bit big. I'm going to leave space to do the eyes and do the whiskers with a separate wire. So we're going to see how that's going to go. So if we bring this one up here, and we can also make the ears a little bit different too. Like last time when we made the one that Clarice had suggested with the hairpin, it was sort of like a more kind of puffy face. So we kind of like did the cheek and then brought it up a little bit. That was a little bit different. Whereas this one, the line went straight up. This one, I'm going to try to make it a little bit more curved. So we're going to bring that one down. Okay. It's also harder to get very sharp points with this copper, and especially with the copper 18 gauge. It's very hard to get very sharp points. Whereas with the brass, I find it much easier to get very sharp points. So I'm just going to, rather than go straight up like a V, I'm going to bring this up like more of a, so he's got a little bit of a forehead going here. So we're going to go here, and then we'll bring this one down. It's always a little bit tricky to get the right size ear to get them the same size. That's not too bad. Oh, it's looking cute already. So hopefully this is going to work. Okay, we're going to bring that down, and then we're going to bring this one out again a bit. So we're just making him a little rounder, a little cuter. So let's get this one and bring it around. Peggy says, I have bad canker sores on my tongue. That's me too. Oh yeah, I had an infection on my this. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, Peggy. It's just it's a struggle for those of you who get cankers. It's and especially if you're someone like me that likes eating. It's a real struggle, but I'm finding the Ambisol works amazing. It numbs the pain. So if you don't already have it, Peggy, get some Ambisol. It's really great. Sometimes I've got no patience to make these. Yeah, they definitely take patience. Absolutely. So here's cute little kitty. So now I want to add some whiskers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some thinner wire. Let me just grab my 24 gauge wire. I think it's going to be good for this, and I could get a different color. I have many different colors of 24 gauge. This is how I sort my wires. I keep them in zippy bags, freezer bags. Can you make Debbie? Well, I've already made Debbie. In fact, Debbie was one of my first names that I ever made, and that video has a lot of views on YouTube. For some reason, they must have shared it on the homepage of YouTube because it has quite a few views on it. So you can, I have a playlist of names. I'll cut and paste the link and put it in the description of the video. But I have the playlist of names that I could link up, and you can find the Debbie. Or you can search my channel. If you just type Debbie in the search bar on my channel, you'll find the video for sure. So Peggy says, Mark bought me something on his lunch break to try. I just want a slushie to make it cold and numb. Yeah, but the Ambisol will really help. If hopefully that's what he bought you, because it's really, really good. So here's a couple of wires for the whiskers. And then I need some eyeballs. So here's my beads. These are my favorite miracle beads, and some cat's eye beads. So I think we're gonna have to go for the small size because it's very small. So what color do you think we should do for the eyes? How about, let's see, Debbie says, where's the search bar? Are you on your phone or are you on your, actually, you know what? I don't know if there is one on your phone. I know there's one on a laptop, but I don't know if there's actually a search bar on the channel on your phone. So what about if you just go to YouTube and search Heather Boyd Wire Debbie? Then you're gonna find it for sure. And Amber's here. I just got home from my morning shift. Awesome. Nice to see you, Amber. We're just doing the kitty. We've done Yasmina with a cat, and now we're doing Karina, but we want to add whiskers and we want to add eyeballs. So I think what I'm going to do, because this wire is very thick and I don't want it to get in the way, green eyes. Okay, so I could do green eyes. Let's me go back and get the green. No problem, never too late. So here's green. Okay, and KK. So Debbie, yeah, let me know if you find the video, and if not, I'll link it up in the description after the live stream's done. So yeah, so now I want these whiskers to go here, and what I'm gonna have to do is, just let me think for 1 minute. There's a couple of ways I can do this. Let me try this. So if I take this one and bring this up, I'll try it this way, and then we'll go, if this doesn't work, I'll do something else. So if we bring this up, straight up, and then I want to make like a little bit of a loop that we're going to attach the whiskers into it. So I'll just bring this down a little bit here. Okay, bring this down to the front. And then what I want to do is like bring this so it's down in a little bit of a loop. Okay, I can adjust this after. And then I'm going to cut this. So I've made like a little bit of a loop to hang, to put the whiskers into. I don't know if you guys can see that. I made a little bit of a loop. And, oh, Mustafa has to go. I'm trying to leave. Oh, I'm so sorry. Watch the replay. Okay, Mustafa. And then if you want to try to hop in Discord, on the Discord after the live stream, maybe your Wi-Fi would be okay for that. It might just be bad for streaming, but you might be able to go on Discord after to, and we can chat after the live stream. It might just be for videos that you're having trouble with the Wi-Fi, and then you might be able to at least share photos. So see what you can do. Okay, so this is cute. So I just brought the wire around and up so we could put whiskers in there. And then we're going to bring this one in here. So that'll be one wire for the whisker. I could probably have even made that a little bit tighter. I think I can make that a little bit tighter. Let me just trim this a little bit more because I think the hole is a little too big now. So I'm just going to bring this up here, trim it a little bit more, just a titch, and then we're going to bring that down, because if it's too loose, it's not going to work. So let's bring that down. There we go. That should be good. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's put one whisker here. Okay, love the loop edition. The loop is cute, eh? Yeah, I think it's good, and it's practical because then we could string the whiskers through there. So there we go. And so these whiskers are going to hold in place. I'm going to just wind it around the cheek. So we'll wind the whisker around the cheek. I probably should have put the cat a little bit further away from the A. I wonder if I can squeeze it in a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit in, because that way we want a little bit of room at the left to put to have the whiskers stick out. So let's go here. I mean, that's something you can play around with too. So we're going to bring that here and wind the whisker around. Okay, Perfect. So that's cute. And then we'll deal with these after, but for now we're just going to do that. And then we're going to put the other whisker through there. And we're going to add a bead. Okay? So this is a really fun way to do to add the eyes to the cat, and then that way, even if this wire is thick, it doesn't matter because the beads will still fit on the thinner wire, the 24 gauge wire. So we're going to just wind that around. Okay, we'll wind it around here, and we'll be able to adjust it a little bit after. For sure, it's a little bit finicky right now, just trying to get it. Okay, I'm going to wind it a couple of times, I think. So bring that here and around to the back. Yeah, the first one's trickier because it kind of slides all over the place, but it should be fine. So we're going to bring this here and then somewhat center the eye here and bring that, hold that, bring this around. Okay, so there's one. The eye bead maybe is a little big, but it's not too bad. So there's, oh, he's so cute. Okay, so there's one eye, and then we're going to do the other eye. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm missing this. I'm having a bad, oh no. Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys, I'm glad you're there for each other. It's really, it's so important to have good friends. That's for sure. Yeah, and the miracles of the internet is that we can get in touch really quickly, which is fantastic. Yeah, before the internet, you know, people would be very isolated, but now there's a lot of resources and a lot of ways to connect with people, which is great. I'm gonna have to do this cat. It's so cute, eh? Yeah, he's really cute. He's just coming along. So here's the other side, and now we're gonna twist this one around here and bring that around. And then the key is, what do you do with the whiskers, right? So there's a few things you could do with them. You can just leave them like straight. That would work. Oh my God, it's so cute. So we can leave them straight, or if you want to do like I did with the hair, it was the hair pin thing, you can trim them and make spirals. So let's try that. So this is about 3/4 of an inch. Let's see if that's a good length to cut them. Cut this 3/4. It's cute, eh? And ABC Kids Box is here. Almond, so nice to see you. It's cute, eh? I like it, the little kitty. So now we're going to twist this around. That was 3/4 of an inch. And we maybe, I guess you could have done them a little bigger, but you don't want them too big either. So 3/4, if you cut it to 3/4 of an inch, it seems like a good length, and you can just wind it in around. It's kind of cute with the spirals. You can leave them, if you were to leave them straight, you would probably want to file them because these ends would be really sharp. So you could either cut them short, leave them straight and file them, or you can do this where you do the little spirals, which are super cute. I actually like the spirals, so let's do that. So, it's got a little bit bent. It's a little bit tricky when they're so small to, you know, be able to form the spirals. But look how cute that is. I like the spirals. There we go. Okay. Oh, Mustafa, you're still here. So Wi-Fi's okay? Yeah, Wi-Fi comes and goes, eh? So there we go. 3/4 of an inch, and this one too. We'll cut it about 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to wind this around. So we'll do this one. Big eyes make me think of Kurt Cobain and his big glasses. I know who Kurt Cobain is, but I didn't know, I don't have an image in my mind of him with big glasses. Yeah, some of their music I really love. It's very sad that he's no longer with us. There we go. So let's bring this around here, and then we'll do the last one. And that will be it, the 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to try another name because I had 4 requests for names with cats. So this is going to give us lots of possibilities. Now, if you can't access it with your fingers, gently just get your flat pliers and rotate it in because that can work too. So there we have super cute kitty. Oh my goodness, so cute. And I'm going to bring this in. a little bit more. Okay, and then we have to do something with the case. So what we're going to be able to do is put a jump ring like here and a jump ring here, but we do have to finish the K so we don't have a rough end. So there's a few possibilities like for that. You can do a kind of a loop thing if you want, or you can just bend it to the back. So you could do a loop, but if you don't want the loop to be sort of distracting to the design, just take this, bring it like to the front, and then do that little MN trick where you just tighten it up, like tighten it like really up so it's not a big loop there, and then you can cut it. There, we can just cut it, and that way it's the end is finished. It's not scratchy, but it's discreet. Like you can't even really see it. It's to the back. So there's Karina with the cat. Oh my God, so adorable. So, does anyone know Weird Al? Oh yeah, Weird Al. That's my generation. Weird Al's been around forever. Yeah, he's a wild guy. Oh, I'm just taking a sip of water, guys. Whiskers are everything. Aren't the whiskers cute? Yeah, he had big sunglasses he always wore. I'm going to look him up. That's really cool. Yeah, Debbie, please. Did you find the Debbie in the on my channel? Because I definitely already have a Debbie one. So guys, now let's do Cassie. Okay, I have Cassie. So let me find another wire. This one might be a little thick. Maybe I'm going to use this big wire. So this would be more like a, maybe even a home decor size. I have one, this is 1.5 millimeter aluminum. So this could be cool. And the other thing I thought was maybe to do a cat with the name inside. Why don't we do that? Let's do a cat with the name inside. That could be cool. And let me just take some wire. I have to be careful with this wire though, because I'm going to run out of space to work underneath here. So let me just cut a piece and see what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I will do a little sketch, and then we can decide what exactly I'm going to do for this one. Do I have some blank? Oh, I have some blank paper. Good. So let's have a look at ideas for what we can do. And not yet. So I'll link it up, or if somebody wants to find it, they could link up the video in the description. I can open another page. I can do it here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open another page, and I'll go to my, I bet I could find it in 2 seconds. So let me just find, I'm going to go to search my channel, look up Debbie. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I will find that video. There, I found it already. So we're going to get it, cut back here and here. So this is the Debbie. I have my caps on. There we go. Okay, there's the Debbie video. Perfect. So now for the cat, there's a few possibilities. I can do like a kind of this type of the same type of thing that we already did, like that, and we can do like Cassie like that. That might be a little boring, or we can add like the eyes like that. I'm just playing around here. So even if we do like whiskers, I don't know what I'm doing here. So then we could do like other whiskers. This is getting a little silly. So anyways, that's one idea. So then let's see what else we can do. Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. And then the other possibility that might be cuter is to do, and I've actually done things like this as custom gifts for people, where I've done like a cat or something, and then I put their name in the, I put their name inside. This might be better because I've done things like that. We're just a basic cat, you know, very, very basic. And like you can do like a little tail like that. Actually, this is very, oh, I don't have that one. Do I have one? I'm just looking on my mantle because I had one that was like this, and it's actually a stand-up decoration. Let's do that one. It's going to be cute. And oh, now I'm writing Debbie in there, which I'm totally confused. It's Cassie we want to do. So there we go. And then this stands up. It's like a decoration. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. I think it's super cute. And this one is a good this one is a great gift. Like, it's a great gift, and I've actually done a few as kind of memorial gifts for people that have lost their pets, where I do like the silhouette of the animal and I put the animal's name inside. So that's definitely something that you could do. So let me get a long piece of wire. You know what I might do, guys? I'm gonna flip the screen because I'm not gonna be able to do this underneath. So let me flip the screen. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be better. I'm going to do it this way because my wire is going to be extremely long. So let me do that. Perfect. Great. And I've cut a couple of pieces of wire. This one should be all right. So here, this is the 1.5 millimeter aluminum wire. And what I'm going to do, can you do a braid bracelet? I'm actually doing a challenge in September, a 10-day bracelet making challenge. So I could definitely do something with a braid type of thing. I have a bunch of samples that I've already developed for the challenge, but let me have a look at that and I can see what I can do. I watched that tutorial. I had a hard time seeing the T. The T for which one was that for the T? Okay, so let's go ahead, and we want to leave enough to, you know, for the end of the cat. So just keep in mind, like, start maybe around here, okay, like just like 8 inches from the end, and we're going to do circles for the eyes. So hopefully this is going to be clear enough for you guys to see. So we're going to bring this around and do like a circle. Okay, so we're just like a little circle, and then we're going to do this one, but bring it to the front. Okay, so I'll show you as I go with the steps. So like that's the beginning part for the cat. I just hope I cut the wire enough. I could always make it a little bit smaller to be sure, tighten up the eyes a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to, just so the ears are a little more defined, I'm going to use my flat pliers. Okay, we're going to go here. There's that one. And we're going to form the cheek. I don't know if I could do this in a way, you know, like how librarians read books to kids and hold them out like this. I kind of feel like that right now, that I'm holding this out so you guys can see, but I'm working backwards. So there we go. Okay, this is a new idea. I'll just work backwards like this. So there's the part of the cat, and then I think we're going to keep it super simple. I'm not going to like form the feet or anything. I'm just going to keep it super simple. And we're just going to bring this one, and this wire is very, very soft. You know, it's almost too soft, but that's okay. We're just going to work with it. I'm going to unbend that one a little bit. Okay, so there's 1 foot, and then we're going to bring this down here, and then we'll do another foot. If I look cross-eyed, it's because I'm looking at the piece. So there we go. And I won't look at comments just for a couple of minutes while I do this, and then I'll try to catch up. So there's the feet, and then we're going to bring this one out here. Okay. And maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's a little high. Okay, like that. And if you want to make it cuter, like you could go straight across, but if you want it cuter, just make a little belly. There we go. We'll just make a little round belly. It's amazing how one little line can change the look of everything. So just by making that little round belly, it looks so much cuter. There we go. Oh, there's Karen. Oh, I saw a message and then it disappeared. So there we go. I'm kind of catching messages from the corner of my eye. There we go, another foot. Cute. This is actually going to end up being a little bit smaller than I imagined, but it's fine. I'll just use a thinner wire to do the name, because this wire might be a little thick. So there we go, another foot. And then we're going to do this one. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, it's really cute, and it's very, very simple design. Okay, so this one, And bring this one down. Okay, perfect. And then just, I'm gonna curve this one a little bit. There, we'll just curve it because that looks cute like that. And then we need to attach them. So what I usually do, this wire is way too long. I'm just gonna trim it a bit. Okay, so what I usually do is, so these won't slip all over the place, usually what I would do is I would wind, this is gonna go to the front. So decide like at what level you want it, and then take this wire and wind it around and up. Okay, so if you do that, wind it around and up, so that's going to form the tail. But so it won't slip all over the place, we're going to take this end and just, okay, decide like how long you want the back to be. So maybe about that. You don't want it too long because it doesn't look as cute, but if you bring it in a little bit, it looks a little cuter, right? So now we're going to take this end and wind it around. Okay, just wind it around, and then we're going to clip it. And then that way you have the end finished off. Actually, you know what? I just remembered. I want to do something to hang it up. So backtrack. I'm going to backtrack. I'm actually going to make the tail with this one. And this one, I'm going to form something so it'll stand up. So I'm just backtracking here a little bit. What I should have done is made this one longer. I should have made that one longer, but that's okay. So I'm going to just bring this one to the back, and it's going to form a stand. Okay, I should have thought about that earlier, but I didn't. And then this one will form the tail. So the tail is not going to be as long as I thought because I forgot that I wanted to make a stand, but we're going to cut this, and then we're going to make the spiral, right? So we're just going to take this and make a spiral. And like I said, you could actually make this longer if you want a longer tail as well. But because I forgot I wanted to make this stand, it's not as much as a spiral as I would have hoped, but it's still pretty good. Okay, so that forms the tail. Okay, that forms the tail. And then this wire, we're actually going to bring it around, form it around. You can use the round form to make it like a little rounder. And that is going to form a stand, so it'll stand on the table. But what I'm going to do is I'll flip the screen and I'll make the name Cassie, and I'll put it inside there. So I'm just going to flip my screen. Perfect. Okay, good. So there we go. So here is, oh, and then I have the problem with this stand again, but that should be okay. So here's the kitty. Okay, I'm going to put the kitty here, and I'll form the stand after, and then now I need to get the wire for the name. I'm just really worried that Cassie is going to be, the wire is going to be too thick, so let me get a slightly thinner wire to do the name. So I'll just cut another piece. This should be good. So this wire here is, I'm obsessed with your channel. Aw, that's so sweet. I have fun on this channel, that's for sure. And so here's this one's 1.2 millimeters, and this is 1.5 millimeters. So let's use this one. I could have even gone thinner, but I kind of want the name to be a decent size. So let's take this one, and we're going to do Cassie. Okay, there we go. Someone's having a problem with volume. Got to go to the grocery store. Okay, so bye, Amanda. Watch later. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I missed a few comments in there. Someone's having trouble hearing maybe the volume. Yeah, you could turn the volume up on your computer, but also on the video itself. So let's do Cassie. So there we go. Cassie's a little bit of a tricky name because sometimes it's hard to do the C, and you'll see why. I'll show you why in a minute. But let's just start by forming the kind of like this round part for the C. Okay, we're going to bring this around here. Just form it like that, and you know you don't want it round like that, but this at least gives it a little bit of a beginning point. So we're going to bring that here. Bring that one down and bring this one up. Okay, and bring this one around here. Okay, so this is the starting point of the C. Okay, we're going to bring this one here. So then for the C, because you need to make a little bit of definition between the letters, here, I'm just gonna, this one's I find a little bit too high, so we're just gonna bring that one here. Okay, so we're gonna go like that, and now what you want to do is to get to the A, we're actually gonna bring that down and then across. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Something shooting a video or shooting something else. Oh, someone is shooting outside. Oh no, oh that's terrible. You guys have to move like really, really soon. I really hope that you're able to move soon because it doesn't sound like it's a very safe neighborhood. Yeah, just stay inside for sure. Okay, so there we go. So we have the A. Okay, bring that around here, down, and then we're going to do the S. This actually ends up being a little bit thicker than I would have liked this wire, but I've started now, so I'm going to stick with it. But I probably should have used 20 gauge instead because I find this one is a little bit thick. I'm going to bring my hand around here too because I'm not super centered. Okay, so we're going to bring this. Yeah, you really want to. Well, fingers crossed for sure. There we go. Yeah, call the cops if you hear something like that. That's it. So there we go. So we're going to go around here. Yeah, we're very lucky we live in the suburbs. We lived downtown Montreal for a long time. And the day that there was like a riot in front of our house, we lived on the main street, we decided to move because, you know, Montreal's pretty safe, but there are areas that are a little bit tricky. So, okay, so now we're going to do another S. This is the cursive S. Okay, bring this around and around. And then maybe for the Elizabeth, I'll try. Okay, perfect. Sorry guys, I cut out for a minute. Let me know if you can still hear me in the comments because I'm having a little trouble with the internet myself. So I don't know if it's because it's sort of a rainy day. It's possible, but hopefully it's computer, and hopefully we're going to be okay. I'm going to keep going with it, and hopefully that we won't lose the video. So we're going to see. Okay, so there's Cassie. Poor Cassie, her video got a little buffered, so hopefully she'll be able to. You're back for me. Perfect. Yeah, that's unfortunate because Cassie wanted to see her name, but if it got a little bit buffered, it's, I don't know how, if there's a solution to that for when I'm doing the live streams when it buffers out like that. It's unfortunate, but there's not really much I can do. There's other software you can use, but I don't know if it really makes a difference. Okay, so here is Cassie. Okay, I'm back. Yay! So let's go ahead and put Cassie in the cat, inside the cat. So yeah, you could do it on an angle. You can do it straight across, down. Maybe I'll do it on a bit of an angle like that. I'm going to see how it looks. That's kind of cute. I don't know. Should I do it on an angle or should I do it straight across? I'm not sure the best way to do that. Maybe on an angle, eh? Okay, so let's do it. We're going to just start attaching it. So basically, you're just going to wind it around here, around and around. And then we're going to do the other side. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, we're going to do it around here, bring that around here. Wind that around, and then I'll do a little stand to the back on the angle. Yay, perfect. Okay, so that's good. So then we want it to stand up. So for that, I was thinking we're just going to use this and wind it around. We'll just make it round for now, and then I can always adjust the stand. So usually what I like to do is I just take it around, make a little stand like that. It's very soft wire, so it's hard to get it like super even, but you can always adjust it after. So just think, imagine how it's going to be. It's going to stand like that, and I'm going to wind it around the chin, And my little hack, so it doesn't go up and down a little bit, so you wind it around once, and then you wind it around on the other side of the angle, and then it should, in theory, stay in place and not flip around. So let me just get that there. And we're going to trim that one. Perfect. And then we can just give it a little pinch in place. And then in theory, it's hard to tell from the angle, but it stands. It stands. So there's Cassie in a little kitty that stands. So yeah, so you can make it really tiny if you want to, for sure. It's so cute. Aw, thanks for the emojis. That's awesome. So now let's try to do Elizabeth. But what I'm going to do for Elizabeth is I'm going to get a soft wire. So I will get this 20 gauge. I'll do black, and then maybe it'll show up a little better. And I will try to do it loosely. This is going to be a super challenge because I'm not really good at loose letters. So I'll just see what I can do for this. And I almost want to do it without tools, but I think it's going to be too tricky. So if we're going to do Elizabeth, so we want it like nice and curvy. Let me just see if we do like I don't know if it's going to work without tools or not. It might not. So let's just try if we want to make it like really, really ornate, and it might be better to do it without tools. So I'm just going to bring it around here. So there's the E. It's pretty ornate. I might run out of wire. That's the only thing. So if we go like this, and then we're going to do the L. Okay, we'll do the L. This is going to be a challenge. Let's do the name without tools. Okay, and then we're going to do the I. I still don't think it's going to be that much more stylized, but we'll see. So if we do the I, and rather than do a dot, I'm just going to keep it without the dot. We'll just keep it really, really plain. And then the Z. Okay, we're going to do the Z. And we'll do like the stylized cursive Z. Let's see. We do this like that. Maybe like that. Like that. Okay. Yeah, do like that. Elizabeth. So the key to doing loose wire work is you don't use pliers. It's a long name to do. Yeah, I might run out of wire. Elizabeth. So let's do A. Okay, we're going to do the A. Yeah, I'm a little worried I might run out of wire, but maybe I'll start making my letters smaller. So we're going to go like that, do the A, and then we're going to do B. Okay, we're going to do B. There we go. Yeah, I might run out of wire, but we're going to see. Okay, perfect. My leg started hurting super bad. Oh, yeah, because Mustafa you broke your leg, didn't you, Mustafa? That's what you were saying the other day. You didn't tell us how you did it, but it sounds very painful. So there's the E, and then we're going to, B, that's not an E, that's a B. Hey, guys, this works much better just not using tools. I love it. Perfect. So, and then we're going to do a T. Okay, we'll do the T. And T, I think I pretty well have to do it the same way I usually do my T's. We're going to bring it this way. Clarice is here. Hey, Clarice, how are you? Awesome that you're here. We're doing cats today. I know Clarice likes cats. Okay, this one's a little tricky to do without tools because you have to like really bend the wire, but it's not too bad. I might have had a better way to do that, but I'm going to try it. You almost have to have fingernails, though, to be able to do that. There might have been a different way I could have done the T, but for now, it's okay. Oh, boy, we're getting really tight. I'm almost running out of wire. So, and then the H. Yeah, the H is going to be smaller, too. It's like running out of wire, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it. So the H, we're going to bring that down. Yeah, I don't want to start over, so we're just going to do it a little bit. It's getting smaller as we go, but that's okay. And then the H, we're just going to bring that down. And that's pretty well, that's not too bad. So that's the name done without pliers, which is pretty good. So let me just fix this one up. I'm going to shorten this one up a little bit. There we go. So, perfect. Whoops, we're just going to loosen that up a bit. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of cool. So if we do that, and then this we could, like, if we're going to use it for a hanging, you can just hang it up like that. You can cut that. We can just cut it if we wanted to cut that to short. Keep it simple. Okay, so we can cut that there. Nice. And then this one, well, if it's an ornament, you can just leave it like that, or we could do like we did before. And I think we're just going to keep it like that though, because I don't want to really use tools at all. It's set cutters to do that. So there is Elizabeth, which is, and if you curve it a little bit, it makes it even more fun, right? So that's a little more fun. So that's a lot. So a challenge accepted, Mustafa, to make a little looser lettering, and it works without the pliers. So now though, we want to do a cat. We want to somehow incorporate a cat because I told her I would do one. So let's get some more black wire. And can we do a cat without pliers? We probably can. So let's go ahead and do a cat without the pliers. And we're just going to take this up here. And it's so pretty. Thank you. I went for a walk today. It's hot. Yeah, it's very hot. We always do our walks at night. So we go out at like 10 o'clock at night. So it's not so hot. Otherwise, it's crazy hot. So if we're going to do like that, and then I'm just going to bring that down here. Okay, this might end up being too big, but we're just going to bring this around. We're going to just make this super simple. Bring that one around. Yeah, it might be a little big, but that's okay. I can bring it in a little bit. Maybe I'll just make these eyes a little bigger. I could actually put beads in the eyes too. I'm just going to bring this in a little bit more because I want to make it quite a bit smaller so I have enough room for the whiskers. Okay, so we have the little kitty there, and we're just going to form some whiskers. So let's bring this one up here like that. Perfect. And we're going to wind that around. Yeah, I forgot how easy it is actually to make things without tools. So where there's a will, there's a way, right? And sometimes when I travel and I want to make things and I don't have tools, I just figure out a way to do it. So that's fun. So we're going to bring this here, bring the kitty back. And then if you want to make whiskers, just bend it back and forth. Okay, so we're going to bend it back and forth. And yeah, it's a little tricky without the tools, but we can just figure it out. We'll just wing it. It's going to be very loose. Bring it that way. And then if you even don't have cutters, you could, the 20 gauge wire, you can definitely cut it with scissors if you don't have cutters. Like say you're in a pinch, you're out, and or you find some wire somewhere and you want to make something, you could definitely cut it with scissors. Let me just see if I have some. I mean, don't use your best scissors because you might break them, but you could probably just take your scissors and cut them. Like even if you weaken the wire with the scissors, then you just bend it back and forth and it'll cut off. So there's always a way to get around things for sure. And then we're going to do the other whiskers on the other side. Heather does the best cats. Thanks, Clarice. Yeah, I've been making wire cats for 30 years. I remember I made my first template to make a cat out of wood and nails probably 30 years ago, 29 years ago. And because I started making wire art in 89 and then started making like jewelry that like the summer and after, or how do you say, the year after that summer. And the cats were one of the first things that I did, and I had a lot of requests for cats. So here we're gonna weaken the wire a little bit and then just bend it back and forth to break it. There we go. So there's a funky little cat. He's a little wobbly, but he's kind of cute. He kind of fits with the style, like just very, very stylized. Yeah, you can, oh, so you could do so many things with this. So if we have Elizabeth and then we have a little cat, and then there's different ways we could do it. We can hang it up like that, I guess, and maybe hang it down, or we can just hang it down below. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. Yeah, there's many different ways, I guess, that you can do it, or hang it down on the end. Yeah, so maybe make some jump rings. Let's make a couple of little jump rings, and then we can hang it down. So there we go. Those whiskers are the cutest. They're fun, and they're very like wobbly. I mean, I didn't even use tools for them. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, you guys are gonna have lots of cat ideas after this live stream, because we've made 4 things now. That's pretty fun. So let's make the other jump ring. Round and round, and this you'll need tools to make the jump rings, because you need to cut it quite flush there. So we're going to cut that one, and then we're going to cut that one. And this is cool. You can make black jump rings. I don't know if they sell black jump rings, so this is a good option if you need black jump rings. So we're going to cut that one, and then we'll just decide where we want to put it. So we can put it maybe here, and here would be cute. So let's open up the jump rings. I will start selling wire jewelry next Monday. That's awesome. Good luck with that. That's really fun. There we go. So let's just bring this in here. Okay, and let's do this one here in the other ear. And I think there's going to be good, should be good. Okay, and put that here. And then to hang this up, you could, I mean, if it was tiny, it could be a pendant, and you can hang it from here and here, or you can just get like a little string and hang it up like that. So that's cute, and it's hard to see, but it hangs like that. Good. So guys, let's see what we have. All because of Heather. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, keep me up to date with how you do with your selling. I think that's amazing. And so here, guys, you can let me know which ones you like the best. So there's Elizabeth with the cat, Karina with the cat, Yasmina with the cat, oh, and the big cat with Cassie. So big cat, yeah, it's quite big. So let's actually put all these ones together. Yasmina, Karina, Elizabeth. So I'm pretty pleased with how they turned out. Let me know which one is your favorite. And oh, I'm gonna move these up so we can actually see them. And I'll let these ladies know that I did their names if I could find them. Hopefully they'll be watching the video so they'll know. And I will flip the camera around and say goodbye. So there we go. Flip. There we go. Excellent.